closer to the trailer to get a better look. A small pile of rubbish lay half hidden under some branches. Used coffee filters, part of an old car battery, drain cleaner, dozens of empty cold remedy packets. If things had been bad on the mountain before, Albert suspected they were about to get worse. Much worse. Meth made everything worse. "What you doing up here, Bert?" Albert swung around. At the edge of the tree line, Ray, a shriveled short man, smiled at him over the barrel of a rifle. His teeth were brown stubs, and his close-set eyes glittered with malice. Uncle Ray might not be a big man, but even among the Erskines his temper was legendary. He'd beat his wife Meg so bad she had convulsions. And when his son Billy didn't have a black eye, he had a split lip or another missing tooth. "Just getting my seeds ready for planting." Albert made sure he kept his voice steady. "Good day for it." "Field's nowhere near here now, is it?" Ray shrugged the rifle closer in on his shoulder. Behind Albert, the trailer door opened. "What's this, then?" It was Lloyd's voice. "Ray, now, put that rifle down. Ain't nothing but Bert." Ray did not lower the rifle. "He's spying on us." Although Albert didn't like the idea of turning his back on Ray, he glanced over his shoulder. Lloyd, with his dark hair and beard bleeding together in a shaggy mass, wore a plaid lumberjacket. His jeans drooped below his boulder of a belly. He stretched as though he'd been hunched over something and his back was cramped. "Hey, Lloyd." "That right, Bert?" said Lloyd. "You spying?" "Just rambling." Lloyd spat and stepped down from the trailer's cinder block step. "Bullshit." Albert stepped to the side so he could keep both men in his sights. "Don't take another step," said Ray. Lloyd was now within arm's reach. He scratched his beard. "You know, Bert, you are a mystery. You don't act like family at all now, do you? Don't come visiting. Live in your little shack. Course, maybe you have your own parties. That it? You have the kids come see you? That's not hardly sociable now, is it? You got your own little weed-growing business going, and we leave you alone with that, don't we? We let you have your way there. Ain't that true?" "I think I'm generous," said Albert. "You get your taste." Ray laughed. "You're generous. That's rich. This is Harold's fucking mountain, Albert. You breathe because Harold says you breathe." "The point is," said Lloyd, "you live like you don't want to be an Erskine, and that ain't right. Makes us think, especially when we find you snaking around like this. Nope, I don't think Harold's gonna like this at all." "You do what you gotta do, Lloyd, but I'm telling you, nothing good's gonna come from—" Lloyd's fist shot out. Albert crumpled to his knees, gasping for breath. It felt like he'd been hit with a pile driver. He struggled to keep his eyes open and watched Ray's boot travel in slow motion to his head. He rolled and the kick landed on his shoulder. Another landed on his kidney. Lloyd bent down, put his meaty hand under Albert's chin and twisted it so they were eye to eye. "Albert, you need to watch yourself, boy. You're Erskine. You're family. We take care of family, don't we, Ray?" "We sure do." Albert heard a zipper and felt something wet and warm spray on his legs. He wrenched his face away from Lloyd, kicked out, and squirmed away from the urine stream. "That's enough, Ray. Put your pecker away. Now you get on back to that little shack of yours, Bert, and remember who you are. All right now, say it with me. Erskines don't talk," he croaked. "And Erskines don't leave." "Good boy," said Lloyd, and he pulled Albert to his feet. "Now get on back where you belong." It took half an hour to reach the compound. Albert made his way past the old outhouse. Bastards. One of these days he'd show them. His shoulder and back ached. He smelled Ray's piss. He slapped at a cloud of gnats. That's what the Erskines were, a cloud of biting gnats. No matter how you swatted at them, they reformed and came at you again. A few minutes later he came on the cabin his mother Gloria lived in, with whatever man she was shacking up with, and Albert's brother and sister, Jack and Jill, and Kenny.